I'm from Dorset School, and we're doing a news broadcast with my coach. So how's the roster looking?
Roster's looking fantastic this year. We've actually got a mix of students both from Dorset and Manchester, and we even have a couple of kids that came in late into the season. What I like about this squad is we've got an even division between 8th graders and 7th graders. We've got players that are really, really good. They've played for years, and we've got guys that haven't even played since they were 3 years old. With that mix, we've got an incredible squad with a range of talent, and the new guys are learning from the more experienced ones, and I think everyone's having a good time.
How does this diversity affect our play?
It actually, I'd say it affects it in a positive way, right? And so that diversity, what it's doing is it's teaching the ones that maybe don't have as much skill or they haven't played as much, it's making them play better. Because what happens with players is they play up or they play down. What I mean by that is, if players are around really, really good players, then they end up saying, well, I've got to play well because everyone else around me is really good. So what happens is everyone is improving. And so I think it's actually a really good formula for us.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think it's going to look like next year when some of the 8th graders leave?
That is a very good question. Next year is going to be what we call a rebuilding year, right? Because there's so much talent on the 8th grade squad that when they leave, the 7th graders this year have to fill in those positions, right?
Yeah.
And so some of the 8th graders are playing key positions, right? Center mid is a good example. We've got an 8th grader in center mid. Someone's going to have to step up to the plate to play that position. So the way that we handle that is during the course of this year, we give the 7th graders opportunities to play in those positions so they learn the position so that next year they feel comfortable when they're out on the field.
Yeah. How is the season going? Is it
killer? Yeah, we're
really
kicking butt. We are undefeated. We have one tie, but otherwise we're 5-0-1. And I will say that we have, so today we had 2 goals scored and 2 goals against us. So we, for the season, have scored 28 goals and only had 5 goals scored against us.
Yeah, that's pretty good. What do you think looking forward is going to be like?
For the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Well, so we're going to have a pretty competitive end of the season here, right? We've got about 5 more games. One of those is a tournament, so they're going to be back-to-back days playing. We don't have a lot of rest in between the games, but that's fine. I think all our guys are getting in better shape. You know, we've been doing a lot of working out during practice, much to the chagrin of everyone at practice. They don't like running around, but it's important because endurance is important. I think we've got some tough teams coming up, but I feel good, man. I think we're ready for anyone at this point.
Hey, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Pleasure, man. Good job out there. I'm Tom Dunnigan.
3rd through 8th graders can play it, and it seems like it's been a big hit with especially our middle school students.
How do you play 9 square?
To play 9 square, each person is in their own square, basically like 4 square type of idea. So there are 9 people in. The person in the middle serves the ball up by tossing it up and hitting it over into somebody else's square. And then basically you try to volley it into someone else's square with a single hit. If you volley it on the outside bar and it goes out, then you are out. If it comes down through the top of your square and you don't return it, then you are also out, but it's a quick line that cycles to go back into the game.
Do you know why you made 9 square?
So I didn't make 9 square, but I came up with the idea of getting it for our school because I had spoken to Mr. Weichert, who is a Floodbrook teacher for PE, and he highly recommended it. Said that his middle schoolers all at recess, it's their favorite thing to do, and they always have a line every day to play it. So that's where I got the idea.
Do you know any strategies for 9 square?
There's not a whole lot of strategy in 9 square, other than that you need to be paying a lot of attention if it comes into your square and trying your best to return it to someone else's square.
And if these were like just wrapped like a present, like in paper. And then, like, I don't know if they have like some sort of texture, or if there's something that we added to those paper before we wrapped it, like they could be designed. You know, it's almost like designing the wrapping paper for a Christmas present on it, and we want to make it look like a lysosome. So I don't know what, like, is there anything in any of those images that shows, oh, okay, so they have like spots on them.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So if we took big sheets of paper, like a big sheet of roll paper, and we could almost do it with a stamp, like I have like a round sponge, and you could just dip the sponge in paint and then just like dot, let it dry, and then take that and then just kind of curve it in the middle, and then we just hang them.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys think. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's talk color. So if you draw a circle on in your sketchbook. So are these something that we want to kind of make them look a little bit different than some of the other things that we've got going on. So just because that's green in the picture doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, we can't do.
I don't think it's gonna hold. What do you think about that?
Tours on October 27th.
Okay.
This is Mr. PK.
So hi guys, thanks for the interview, and I guess we're here to talk about the dome project that we got going on with 6th grade science.
Why did you build the dome?
Well, so one of the things that I was trying to do this year was connect with some of the science work that kids are doing in class, and Mrs. Love and I were chatting, and one of the big units of study is in cells and their organelles and how they function. And so we thought it'd be really cool to build a macro-sized model of animal cell.
What will the dome be used for?
So the plan is that the 6th graders are building all the different organelles, and we're going to be installing them into the dome and then giving tours to all of the grades below. And there'll be information inside the cell. There'll be some QR codes where you can get some further information on how the different organelles function in the cell. And it'd be a nice collaboration between the arts and sciences.
Are you going to paint the dome? If so, what color?
No, the dome is not actually getting painted. You can see right now, I don't know if you can see through the window, but it's getting wrapped in something that's going to look a little bit like a cell membrane. And I think when you're outside the dome, it's going to look basically pink. And then once you get inside, you're going to see that all the different organelles are going to be different colors and such. So.
That's all the questions.
Hi, I'm Ella Downey. I'm in 7th grade, and today I'm going to be interviewing Miss Barnwell. So one of the questions we wanted to ask you was what got you into being a teacher.
Well, when I was in middle school, about 5th or 6th grade, I just figured out that I wanted to be a teacher, and I started doing student teaching when I was in middle school. And I did student teaching at my school all the way till I graduated, and I've always loved it.
Oh, so how long have you been working here?
I've been working at the Dorset School for 3 years now as a para.
Okay, so as you said, you were a para, so what does that mean? What do you do here?
Well, I am put in a certain grade level, and I work one-on-one with students who need some extra support within the classroom and outside the classroom.
Nice. So what grade are you teaching?
This year, I'm in the 4th and 5th grade classrooms. For the past 2 years, I was in the 7th and 8th grade classrooms.
Nice. So what if you have you always wanted to be a para, or did you just want to be
I was a classroom teacher before I had my own children, and then once I had my own children, I did a lot of substitute teaching, and then I came into the para world after that.
What did you teach?
I taught 5th and 6th grade.
Nice. So thank you for coming on the Rams Daily, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for having me.
Hi Rams, it's Ella Downey. I'm in 7th grade, and I'm here with Miss Amanda, our nurse. So basically, we just wanted to talk about what she does here, what do you do when you get hurt, and like some COVID facts. So let's start off with, what you do here and what do you do when you get hurt.
Well, I'm the nurse, so I try to take care of everybody. If you guys get hurt, I like when you come, since I have a new office, I like for you to come to my front window or to have your teacher call me, because with COVID, we're still trying to keep everyone a little bit separated. And that way I know you're coming and I can make sure that I don't have 3 people in my office at the same time.
Okay. Have you always wanted to be a nurse? Is that your
No. Nope. No. Nor originally I have a degree in broadcast journalism actually from college, and then I went back to school for nursing after I had kids.
Nice. So back to COVID. So what are the main things you're trying to see with us during COVID?
So this year especially it's hard because last year we had really defined guidelines from the state as to, we had to wear masks all the time, we had to maintain social distancing. This year it's a little bit more lax and it's kind of on the schools individually as far as what we want to do. Definitely mask wearing is important inside. I still like for people to try to be social distanced a little bit. We can't really deny that helped last year. We didn't have any cases of flu. We didn't have any strep throat. We didn't have any stomach bug. And even this year, I've already seen cases of stomach bug and some colds going around that we didn't have last year. So obviously those things did help.
Thanks for joining us for the Rams Daily, and thank you, Ms. Simona, for joining us. See you later.